ready to start?
This is crazy.
Well, it's not this crazy.
Ew.
Here's Johnny.
I'll see you in hell.
Tell him Fred sent you.
She just goes a little mad sometimes. We all go a little mad sometimes.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Oh, yes. There will be blood.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
He's sick fucks. You've seen one too many movies.
Nah, Sid, don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos for creation.
Where you going, Rudy?
I'm in the goddamn club, aren't I?
They're here.
Welcome, watchers, to a spooky edition of Now Watch This. This is Lucky the Dork Dad, and with me, as always, is Little Joe.
Watchers, what's up? Lucky, what's up? Watchers, we are officially in what is called the Burr months. So, we get to start our spooky season. If you go to the stores, the Halloween decorations are up. It is that time, watchers.
Yeah, September is just, the whole month is just Halloween Eve, right?
It really is. And with, how quick it goes by, I'm very glad. There's people that get pissed off and oh, we're seeing this stuff in the stores already. Yes. We need that shit. As soon as H-E-B starts selling the pumpkin cookies, look, I am there, buying those.
Yes, sir. So, we're going to do a little something different, something that we wanted to do last year. Maybe we didn't get a chance to, but we thought it would be fun to try to figure out what is the best horror, Halloween, spooky, thriller kind of movie out there.
So Luck, I mean, I don't know where it came from, but he wants to find out what the best horror movies are. So I have my list, straight from Pornhub on the best horror movies.
Horror. Wrong list, buddy.
Oh, man. I might have to wing this one. There goes my notes. Oh, man. Hey, man, I got to say, before we jump into it, look, I do love that how you put some of our clips together with the thing. I shared it on TikTok and everything like that. I like that shit. Yeah, we need to put some more of that shit out there.
Yeah, we'll put some more.
My stupid laughs and everything.
It just takes work.
Well, that's why I was asking you how to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it.
I gotta squeeze it in. I do it all on my phone.
You gotta teach your dumb partner over here.
So spooky movies, Halloween movies, scary movies, horror, all of that roll into one. Monster movies. So this is the plan, right? We are gonna do a tournament style, bracket style. It's not March Madness. It's Halloween Madness.
Yes, sir.
Style of bracket. So for this episode, we are gonna pick how many? 32. We're gonna go with 32 movies.
Yeah, and I just picked 32 off of fuck it. We're starting off of March Madness, right? I picked the bracket size from there, and we can go there. But one of the things that I wanted to emphasize is that I believe we're picking our favorite 32 or our favorite 16 each. And the thing is, I understand that there's, these Halloween icons and, there might be people that disagree with our lists. That's fine. We're going to ask watchers their opinions once we put our lists out. But, for us, these are our favorite movies and it's for us, right?
Right. And, like Joe said, there's probably going to be some people mad. Oh, why didn't you pick this? Why didn't you pick that? Well, we're going to give you guys a chance to voice your opinion. Like Joe said, we're going to pick our 32 movies. It's going to be a mixed bag of stuff. But once we do that, for the upcoming shows, we're going to plan to get you guys involved in the Facebook group. Now Watch This Watchers. Go there on Facebook to put your voice in. And we're going to be having, or at least we're planning on having some guests to help us decide who's going to win each bracket. So look out for that. Should be a lot of fun. Who knows? Maybe one of you listeners will be one of the ones that gets to come on and help us decide. You never know.
Yeah. We're always looking for volunteers. We've had Rizzo on in the past. We've had Chuck on in the past. So, while I know I can count on them to come on with us, we want everybody. Right. You might have to call Lilo, your buddy over there, see if he wants to come on. Lilo Brancato.
Yeah, I don't know if he's into horror movies, but so the way this is gonna go today, we're gonna go back and forth. Joe's gonna drop a movie in the bowl, and then I'll do the same. We'll talk about them a little bit, why we think they should be in, and we'll go from there. All right.
Okay, and watchers, what we're gonna do today also is, because some of these franchises have so many movies, reboots, stuff like that, we're gonna try and keep them all bunched together. So, while I talk about Nightmare on Elm Street, I might, talk about different bits and pieces from each one of these movies as to why I believe it's one of the best. But we're gonna group these franchises together.
Right. We just don't want to come into a situation where we're like, okay, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 versus Nightmare on Elm Street 5, So we're just going to kind of group those together.
Because that's a tough decision right there. You're thinking Dream Warriors versus, what is it? Is it Dream Child, maybe?
Something like that. That's why we don't want to do that. Well, shoot, man, you want to start us off? And like man. I said, these are going to range from categories. Our first thought was to try to put them in monsters, paranormal stuff. But you know what? It's a free for all.
Okay, and I think for myself, look, or I think we talk about the movie. Let's talk about the movie a little bit. Maybe the scene that fucked us up the most, or or whatever. But why we're putting this movie up, and I'm gonna start it off with the movie that scarred me as a little boy, and I probably saw this movie too young, but it kind of ruined every other scary movie for me, because nothing really scared me as much as this movie did, and I'm talking about The Exorcist.
Exorcist. That's probably a lot of people's number one.
Yes, sir. And, you can go through the different things of this movie, and you know what? There's some parts of it that were kind of just straight out vulgar. But, this demon taking over this little girl, and then, the way he talks to the priest about his mom and stuff like that. It just, your mother sucks cocks in hell. How do you get fucking more scarier than that? You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy.
Yes. That's why Joe the way he is.
Yeah, that's why, watchers. This was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
All right. First one down, Exorcist.
And you think about the song that goes with that, right? The Tubular Bells. I mean, it's just classic stuff.
Yes, sir. Definitely scary. Just the whole, when she turns her head around, that always got me.
The shit moving, and then not only that, but I think I've said it before. I know I've said it before. Is playing with the damn fucking Ouija board ain't good for nobody. You know, that's why that shit would never be in my house. Nothing about that. You go to the stores now and you see the Halloween decorations. It's like a Ouija board. It's a pillow with a Ouija board on it. Fuck that. That ain't coming in my house.
All right. I'm going to go with one that spooked me as a kid. I don't know about you. But it's in our intro. Poltergeist.
Ooh.
So,
yes, sir.
I mean, this movie, from the being scared of clowns to dead people to ghosts. I mean, when the part that always gets me, it's not even a scary part, but it's like there's a part where this guy's eating chicken. And then all of a sudden he's looking and there's maggots all over the chicken. He's like, oh. I was like, man, that movie just freaked me out so bad.
When it looks like he's going to start peeling his fucking face apart and shit like that.
Yeah. And, I mean, we can get into it once we break the movies down, but like,
yeah.
Even, did you know they actually used real human skulls for like the pool scene?
Yeah. I have a friend of mine that's having a pool built at her house. And I told her, I said, you want to make sure the kids don't fuck with it. Watch Poltergeist with them. But, oh man, the Chone scene at the end. Woo.
Yeah. She gets thrown up the wall and stuff.
Yeah. That one, Poltergeist was number 2 on my list. So good on you, man.
All right.
Well, one's actually one that I would like for us to cover and watch. We probably have to watch together so I can hold you during the movie so you don't get too scared. But yeah, we got to watch that one. Okay.
What you got?
All right. Okay. Number 2 on my list, and I'm going to go with Halloween. Right. Starting from the original, and, you know, I know we covered 4 last time. That movie just has always done it for me, man. Like, there was a lot of people that group, you know, the slashers of the 80s in. And while I agree that he's on that list, I just, you know, I hold him in higher regard. I don't know why. You know, those movies just a special place for me. Yes, I watch Jason or Friday the 13th. Yes, I watch Nightmare on Elm Street as well during the Halloween time. But Halloween for me is tops on my list. I love what they've done recently with it. The Halloween Kills, you know, I think they have one more coming out, right?
Yeah, supposedly the last movie.
Yeah, Halloween ends. But we've heard that shit. I mean, I can watch a lot of these movies. I tend not to go to the Busta Rhymes one, but you know, it's out there as well. But you know, I love fucking Michael Myers. I love Halloween.
All right. I say we just get the big ones out of the way because they're obviously going to be on the list.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Let's just go with Nightmare on Elm Street because Freddy Krueger and Robert Englund is awesome, you know?
I don't know. Do you know? Because I thought you haven't watched these.
Oh, I mean, I haven't watched them in a long time, but I watched them.
Oh, okay. Like, that first Nightmare on Elm Street fucked some people up, man. That movie was scary. I know he got a little comedic as the movies went on,
yeah.
Which is good, right? You got to be entertaining.
Got all these one-liners
too. Yeah. He sounded like fucking Arnold in your favorite movie.
It's not a tumor. No.
Nice to meet you.
Everybody chill.
But Robert Englund's classic, man, and you know that first movie, it came out pretty indie, and it kicked ass, man. Like that one, I still go back to this day, and watch. Even
just hearing that song, you know what song I'm talking about? The 1, 2, Freddy's coming for.
Yes, sir.
That's creepy. as hell.
Okay. Look, I know we've probably talked about it, but do you have like a Spotify horror songs list? You know, I know people listen to Christmas music. I know that, but I'm one of those special motherfuckers that likes to listen to horror music, and I have a Spotify Halloween playlist.
No, I just whatever Alexa comes up with. You know what I mean? Just, hey Alexa,
okay.
Hey Alexa, play some Halloween music. Yeah.
But, you know, yeah, I just talked about Halloween. Of course, that song always comes up. The dun, 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 dun. But at the same time, the theme music to Nightmare on Elm Street always plays as well. And it's that doom, 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 doom.
Yeah, man.
Doom. Like, that shit's fucking creepy, man. I used to work on that at Nightmare on Grayson, and they'd play that shit on a loop. So that shit can come in my head anytime, you know. Like it's stuck there.
All right, what you got, man?
Okay. Strong pick so far. We'll keep it going. And one of my original, and I can go with the original, even though it's in black and white. Or I can go with the colorized version that came out in the 90s, but Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead.
They're coming for you, Barbara. And, you know, this movie, it hit so many different things, but it pretty much launched the zombie movie. Not only here, but in Italy as well. I know some of their zombie movies became famous as well. But Night of the Living Dead, man, that's the movie that fucking launched it all.
If it wasn't for George A. Romero, I mean, we wouldn't have freaking The Walking Dead.
No, sir.
28 Days Later. Anything zombie. You know, Day of the Dead, all that stuff.
Good stuff, man. Like, again, I like a lot of the. I know they made kind of. It wasn't necessarily a sequel. It wasn't George Romero project, but they did Return of the Living Dead. I love that fucking movie. But there was more of a sequel called. God damn it! I can't think of it. Not Dawn of the Dead. There's another Living Dead movie with John Leguizamo that came out later on. I like that one as well. I gotta fucking look that one up. My bad.
The Pest.
But, yeah, Night of the Living Dead.
The Pest.
Yeah. No. We gotta do that one.
John Leguizamo's a freak.
Yeah, that motherfucker's funny.
All right, again, just to knock out all the obvious ones: Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes, sir.
Because we're in Texas, and and because Matthew McConaughey was in one of those.
Hell yeah! I want to say he was in that one with Robert Duvall and shit.
Yeah, this is one of those where like some of the later sequels got kind of silly. Like, was it The Next Generation? That one was kind of weird, but
yeah, that's the one, and they got more into like the family aspect of it. Now they've had numerous relaunches, and they're all pretty decent. Like I don't know if they're that fucked up. But you know what I found in a lot of these launches or relaunches is they try to explain why the character's fucked up. And for me, like, part of the scary factor in the originals is like, man, this dude's just fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Does there gotta be a reason?
There wasn't no rhyme or reason. Yeah.
Even though we wanted a reason for the Killer Clowns, we don't need a reason for everything.
No, yeah. Killer Clown's origin needs to happen. Okay. We're six down. Let me get into my next one. And I know you haven't seen this one yet, but Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah. Don't gotta tell everybody.
Yeah, oh, well, no. I'm just saying. Dude, this one's just a classic to me. Fucking Gary Oldman kicks ass in the role. from start to finish. You know, it goes into the background. Now Keanu Reeves kind of sucks in it. Like, whoa, Dracula. But Anthony Hopkins plays fucking Van Helsing. Winona Ryder's in there. You know, she's fucking. She gets taken over kind of by the vampire, and it's just great, man. Like, I highly recommend it for anybody, but Bram Stoker's Dracula, man.
Yeah, whatchamacallit, Gary Oldman, man, he's that dude. That dude can transform into any character. That dude is so freaking underrated, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not your favorite, but think about the Dark Knight series. Good Lord.
Shut up. Oh, that is a scary movie. You know, I joke with my family every holiday season because they like this movie that a lot of kids like, and to me, it's so scary. I mean,
is it fucking the Tom Hanks movie, right?
Yeah, Polar Express.
Like, oh they're my god!
They're like, you want to see that movie?
CGI gives me the creeps, bro.
It does. Just like that CGI is terrible. I don't know why people like that movie. Anyway,
for the life of me, I can't think of it either. It is not on my holiday watching list, so I mean, it would have to come up in the watch box to get us to fucking cover that because I am not watching that movie.
Like, the story's okay, but it hurts my eyes to look at that movie. I don't know.
Dude, I've never even watched for the fucking story. I've watched bits and pieces of it, and like I said, that I don't know. It's just that CGI is kind of creepy, bro.
It is. It is.
It's fucking AI creepy.
All right, let's see. Did we knock out all the big ones? No, we got I'll put Friday the 13th.
All right. And of course it deserves to be up there, right? Like, it's one of those that is classic. I mean, fucking Spawn, sequel after sequel. And it was what it was, man. It wasn't fucking anything, you know, it wasn't going to win any fucking Oscars for anybody. But, you know, it was a good fucking teenage movie.
It was one of, like, the first crossovers, wasn't it? Freddy versus Jason?
Yeah, that too. And that one, I know it spawned a remake. I'm not sure how well that remake did. But, I mean, there's one that I go back to all the time that I watch. And it's not the first. It's not, you know, any of the early ones. I watch like part 6 religiously around the scary movie time. You know, if I'm gonna pick one Friday the 13th movie, it's that one.
And I mean, they even went to space. Jason went to space.
People shit on that movie, and fuck, man, I'm embarrassed to say I like it. Jason X.
That's funny.
Oh, fuck. All right, so we got our top 8 down. Let's move on down. And again, I want this to be my list. So my first werewolf movie that I got freaked out about and that I really like and I still watch to this day, Silver Bullet.
All right.
You remember that one?
I remember it, but I don't remember it. You know what I mean? This was Corey Haim in the wheelchair, no?
Yeah. Corey Haim's in the wheelchair. His uncle is Gary Busey or something. I think it's Gary Busey. You know, I always get Gary Busey and Nick Nolte fucking mixed up and
I can see
and
that.
confused.
I can see that.
But yeah, Gary Busey, I believe, is his uncle, and he soups up his fucking for him. And the way he kind of gets involved in this deal is, you know, they start finding people dead in the movies. And I want to say this is a Stephen King book. So there'll be a lot of Stephen King in our list, I think. But this werewolf gets a bottle rocket shot at him, right? And then, then it comes across this like, all right, who in town has a patch on them or whatever, and you find out that it's the fucking priest and shit. Like, that movie scared the shit out of me when I was little, man. Like, it made werewolves a scary thing for me.
And just to be sure, Wolfman does have nards.
As in the classic that we covered last year, Monster Squad, yes, he does.
All right, just to be sure, so everybody knows.
And there's only one way to kill a werewolf. You know that, Luck, right?
Silver bullet.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm just saying. I'm just testing you for the Monster Club.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna go start melting down our spoons.
It'll be like, hey, wait a minute, kill them. They're not real silver, stupid.
Since you brought up Stephen King, I'm gonna bring up one. I think it's a horror movie. Or do you think most of Stephen King stuff is horror?
Yeah. It definitely falls under that fucking in that franchise or whatever.
So this one, I loved as a kid watching this movie. I think one thing because I liked to listen to Little Richard as a kid. You know what Little Richard is?
Yeah, I'm kind of scared of where this is going. But yes.
It's kind of a weird thing to say. As a kid, I like to listen to Little Richard. But
no, we all like Little Richard as a kid.
50s rock and roll. It's awesome. But this song that I'm thinking of, Little Richard's, is "Keep a Knocking, But You Can't Come In." The movie.
Oh yeah.
The movie Christine.
Oh yes.
Christine is one of my favorite Stephen King movies. Just because at the time, I liked old cars. My dad still, collects old cars and stuff, and it's just awesome, man.
That's a great fucking point. Great movie. I'm there with you, man. Like the whole story about it, the nerd that gets the car kind of becomes possessed by it. The story at the beginning when they're buying the car is like, it's my brother's car. He died in it, whatever the fuck. Yeah, man, that's a great fucking movie.
My favorite when he just like, okay, show me, and like
the
car puts it back together.
Yeah. And then, like you said, that was one movie that I want to say, maybe in like 86, 87, right? Like, I remember watching that with my dad because 57 Chevy, like, that's what he wanted. He wanted those old cars like that. So, yeah, that's a great fucking movie.
Sir.
All right. So, we're moving down our list. I want to go with one of my favorites, and to I know I went vampire already, but The Lost Boys.
All right.
The Lost Boys for me.
Another Corey Haim.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I'm a big Corey Haim, man. License to Drive.
Yes.
Fucking Lucas. Although, some of the backstory that I heard around Lucas kind of scares the fuck out of me. I was a big fan of the Coreys, man. But the Lost Boys, Jason Patric, Corey Haim, Kiefer, at fucking peak Kiefer, his whole fucking group of vampires, and then even the dad that played the head vampire, like that dude creeped me the fuck out as well. I like the mom. Everything about that movie was great, man. Like the soundtrack used a lot of the Doors stuff. People are strange when you're a stranger.
And they worked at a comic book shop. I mean,
yeah, it's right there. I want to say, and I've told this story before. I don't know if I've ever told it. I got into comics around 86, 87, 88. '88, I started frequenting this comic book shop that was just this little fucking dank, dingy place that smelled of old comic books, like, you know, that old comic book smell.
Yep.
And you know, it was around the time that my mom and dad got divorced, so it was something that opened up to me. And then, like I said, it's there that I first read The Dark Knight and shit like that. And you know, I was into Ninja Turtles, but hey, have you seen the original Ninja Turtles? And the first time I read shit like that there. So that was around that time, right? 88, 87, you know, when Lost Boys came out.
Yes, sir.
And the fact that they weren't like fucking the classic suited up Dracula vampires, that fucking kicked ass for me.
Yeah,
like, they were badasses.
It made them cool almost, right?
Yeah,
they
man.
They weren't in a freaking suit, and you know.
I wanted to play a saxophone shirtless after this movie. You know?
Yes. Oh, I just wanted to throw in there. What I like about the Lost Boys too, is the Coreys, right? And even the other guy from the comic shop. I like movies when they have someone that knows all the rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that gives you that. There's a word for it, but like basically that backstory, or, you know, kind of fills you in on the pointers of what you need to know.
Like, oh, you know, they can't enter your house unless you invite them, and, you know, garlic and holy water and all that. I really dig that.
You're not supposed to feed them after midnight.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what I can throw in there. Again, we're going to lump all these together, but another one that I put in the intro is the Scream movies.
Ooh, yeah.
So, I
kind
of... Did we do Scream? We didn't do Scream, did we?
We didn't do Scream. I think we were talking about it because the new one was coming out.
The new one was coming out, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to do another one, I think.
Are they?
I think so.
It's making money, so I guess so.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, horror is not hard to do, I guess, as a franchise-wise, right?
Right.
Like, I want to say there's suckers like me that will go out and spend this money because it's fun to go watch the scary movie in an audience together.
And you know what I really liked about the Scream movie, especially like when it came out? It was real. You know what I mean? It's a slash.
Yeah.
It's a
it
slasher.
Wasn't supernatural.
Yeah, it's a slasher. But you know, you got your slashers like Halloween and Nightmare. Oh, not Nightmare. No, Friday the 13th. But yeah, they have that kind of supernatural aspect, or like they're almost like unbeatable. Like they got super strength, or whatever. This was like this could really happen.
Yes. Like, this was a killing that could happen in your neighborhood.
And this,
you know, these slashers, you know, it could happen in anywhere, right? And that's why they kind of made it almost like an Anywhere USA type of deal. You know what I mean? Like, this is your fucking neighborhood right here.
Yeah. So that
not my neighborhood, but your neighborhood. Love.
That was what made it more scary, because it was like this could really happen. You know,
this could happen to you. Yeah, I agree. Great pick. I'm gonna go with another movie that kind of messed me up as a kid. I did see like one remake, and it is one of these classic ones. But if you've ever been to HEB at like dawn or dusk when all the fucking crows are lined up out there,
oh yes,
you've been fucked up by this movie, and it's The Birds for me.
All right, Alfred Hitchcock.
Yes, sir. And again, like, if you've been where you've seen all those birds fucking lined up like that, you can't tell me you've gotten a little bit of the heebie fucking jeebies there.
Hell yeah. And you're like, damn, it's a lot of fucking birds.
Like,
literally,
if they wanted to, yeah.
I don't know if anybody else in the country gets something like this because we're down south and there's just points of the year where they're like fucking everywhere. There's literally thousands of birds at HEB. And why is it always at HEB?
I don't know, right? Like, that's the thing, too. Walmart's right across the street, and they're not over there. What the fuck? What's going on?
It is weird. It is weird.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, Illuminati, we're not talking about y'all. You know, y'all don't have to come after me and look. If our internet starts fucking going out, like, you know why, guys.
All right, let's see. Is it time to double up yet? Yo, well, you did too.
No, okay. Real quick, look. Let me. Have you seen these fucking videos where they see a bird just fucking frozen in the air, like stuck up there?
I've seen that. That's
something fucking weird going on.
I think
bro.
it's an illusion. I think it's
How
like,
though?
I think it has to do with like the wind. I mean, if someone out there knows, let us know. But I think it has to do with like the wind, where like they don't really have to move. They just have their wings open and they're just kind of like gliding in still. I don't know.
But
I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, you're definitely wrong. I'm gonna fucking tell you. Okay, it's the end of a show talk, but I got a theory.
All right.
I got a theory.
Okay, theory. Let's go.
Okay, you want to hear it now?
Yeah.
You want to hear it now? Okay. So there's been this fucking theory, right? That, and I told you about it. I think I told you about it. I can't think of what it's called.
The Matrix. We're in the Matrix.
Yeah, no, well, basically, yeah. But the theory is that these motherfuckers are going to. They're starting to show us a lot of CGI digital stuff. They're starting to show us a lot of hologram shit. So these motherfuckers are gonna make it seem like now they're saying, "Oh yeah, fucking UFOs are real, guys. Like that shit's real." But basically, what it is these motherfuckers are gonna hologram this shit, make themselves the actual aliens behind these holograms, and we're gonna buy into this shit so much is that oh yeah, you know what, like the whole world should be under one government's rule, and it's gonna be this fucking group of fucking
birds
motherfuckers that are making this shit happen. But no, the stuck birds are holograms that you know, these motherfuckers are testing out these holograms, and these stuck birds are part of that hologram.
Bro, you made me think of something. I want to say it's been at least a couple of years since I've seen this video. I don't know if it was it might have been Facebook or Instagram. But there was
fucking TikTok. TikTok shows you some fucked up shit.
But this was before I really got on TikTok. But there was a video about this group of people where they believe birds are all robots. Oh man, I hope I can find this video. But
you were hoping I was gonna say that.
Something like that. But this dude was like so convinced though, and they're like, oh, man, I don't even remember, but I just remember like this whole group of people thought birds were robots, and they're watching us and they're always listening to us and all this stuff. But yeah, I gotta find it.
Yeah,
if I find it, I'll post it.
Like this thing is called like Project Bluebeam, and it's a fucked up conspiracy, man. Like it goes into NASA and all this shit. But my bad, man. I didn't mean to derail the show.
No, it's good.
Let's keep going.
It's good.
Okay, it's your pick. Your pick.
All right. Okay, another group of movies we can just lump together, but the Saw movies.
Okay.
I really dug the first one, and yeah. No, they're all different, but again, I can see someone really fucked up that just puts this stuff together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you, and I'll let you in on a little secret. I've never watched any of the Saw movies because I'm not necessarily into like the gore aspect of these movies. But I definitely throw them up there because these are good movies. Like there's a fan base for them. You know what I mean?
You at least got to see the first one because it's like it fucks with you. It's like, what would you do? I mean, Donnie Wahlberg cuts off his damn leg, or leg? Yeah, his leg.
Is it Donnie Wahlberg? I thought it was the other guy.
I don't know. I could be wrong. You know what we need? We need a fact checker whenever we just talk bullshit.
For our show. Yeah, they're gonna be like, Joe, you were wrong half the time.
Yeah, we need someone on the side, just googling everything. It's like, you know what you said? You were wrong.
Yeah. Hey, at the end of the show, it's like, okay, what were we right or wrong on? Y'all were wrong on half the shit y'all said. God damn it.
What is it? Like, pardon the interruption. You watch that show?
Yeah.
Comes back with the errors.
Hey, that's why I got like us doing this kind of bracket style show. You know what I mean?
All right.
Okay. Saw is a good pick. Saw is a great pick. I'm gonna go with another kind of franchise that started off strong, I think, but in later years it's branched out a little bit. But the Paranormal Activity franchise.
All right.
Especially the first few, like I like the found footage aspect. These movies kind of messed with me a little bit. Like, I tell you, like the slasher shit, I'm not scared of. I know there's not a Jason, out there. The vampire shit, I'm pretty sure there's not vampires out there. Critters, shit like that don't fuck with me. Paranormal Activity, the ghost shit fucks with me.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen any of these.
Oh no!
but I get it.
Scary, bro.
But I get it. And I'll just make it my next one, just because it stirs conversation. Not that it's the greatest, but I think it'll be good stuff to talk about. But what I think is probably on that same line is Blair Witch.
Okay.
Because Blair Witch, you don't see anything. You don't see any monsters. You don't see. It's just the whole creepiness of it. You know what I mean?
You know what I like about the Blair Witch is when it came out. Again, this is pre-internet shit like this. Maybe internet was in its infancy. But there was a special that came out around the time it came out. And this special was played on the Sci-Fi Network. And it was played as a real fucking thing. Like, In Search of the Blair Witch, it was called, or something like that. And they played it up like it was real. Like, they used a group of unknown actors. So, they played it up like these motherfuckers really died out there.
There was a lot of people that thought it was legit. Like they made the movie off of this found camcorder footage. And that's the way the movie played out. And it had a lot of people fooled.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I shit you not. After watching that special, I was like, they wouldn't make a special like this if it wasn't fucking real. I thought it was real for a little while.
Yeah. So, I mean, kudos to them. Excellent marketing on this movie.
Now, I've brought it up before, but the director of this movie made a Bigfoot movie. And, dude, this Bigfoot movie, it won't be on anyone's fucking list, right? It's a fucked up movie, and it's a scary kind of movie, man. Like, I would definitely recommend it to someone looking for a different movie to watch. You know what I mean?
It's got John Lithgow and
fuck you. Oh, fucking yeah! I'm throwing Harry and the Hendersons in as a fucking horror movie. All right, I'm gonna go with another group of movies that maybe it's a little bit more fun than it is scary. But if I have a horror list and I leave this movie off, I would be upset with it. And I'm going to go with The Critters.
All right.
Kill Crites.
We need some 80s cheesiness. I like it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And this was the height of that, right? Like, you know, it's a little alien-ish. But The Critters and especially the second one for me, I could get that Hungry Heifer song stays in my fucking head. I love that movie, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I watch it every year. So it's got to be on my list.
All right. I'm going to head back to, I think it's Stephen King, right? Carrie. Is it? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I need a fact check.
Yeah, let me look into that.
Maybe not. But
yeah, but no, it's a great movie.
Carrie, it just shows what could happen if Zapped was a horror movie.
Carrie, though, awesome. Yeah, and it is a Stephen King movie. Sissy Spacek, you know, a young John Travolta. You know, I know Chuck thinks John Travolta got his start in Look Who's Talking, but a young John Travolta in Carrie, man, it was a great movie.
Yeah, just a sad story, really, right?
It was pretty fucked up, you know. Bullying hits home with me. You know, I know people look at me and they're like, "No, Joe, you look so tough and you're so strong and everything like that. There's no way you got bullied." But yes, you know, bullying affects me too. You know, I hear the short jokes. You know what I mean?
Oh, how'd you know what I was thinking? I was thinking, you know, they're doing a remake of The Wizard of Oz, and you know, you and Chuck could be right there, man.
Hey, you're right there with us. Like, what are you talking about? Hey, I'll tell you something. I was talking to Chuck the other day, and we're talking about something, but he told me that well, maybe, you know, get your son to get into the EC audio and visual department, and then we have an automatic, you know, producer for our shows. You know, he could bring in some of the film aspect. And I said, dude, did you just see, like, my son did a 99-yard interception return for a touchdown? He's not a nerd. And he's not, like Luck says, he's not a fucking nerd at that. So I don't think I'm going to get him to join the audio visual club, even though I'd fucking love it. And he said something. I'm trying to look. Oh, he told me, but he goes, "No, I saw that, man." He goes, "You got a regular Venus and Serena on your hands." And I said, "I can't wait to tell my boys that you called them Venus and Serena." I was like, "How long has it been since EC football players beat you up?" Chuck went to East Central.
I mean,
and then he said, "Shit, it's been at least over 20 years since he's got beat up by some EC football players."
But it couldn't be like the Manning brothers. They had to go with Venus and Serena.
I don't think Chuck watches football that much. I think he's more of a tennis fan. He told me they're the GOATs of tennis. Okay, I'm sure that. I'm pretty sure that maybe you haven't watched this movie. It's a fucked up movie. But there's a movie called Cannibal Holocaust.
Cannibal Holocaust. I don't know if I ever heard of that.
Okay. This movie, it plays like a found footage movie. But it's from it might be late 70s, early 80s. And it's like a film crew that went into the jungle and got fucking taken over and killed by these cannibals. I love these stories like this. Like, there's a movie called The Lost City of Z, about, going into these jungles and trying to find this gold and stuff like that. I love these stories like that, man. Like these things they've always intrigued me, right? These lost tribes that are out there. So this kind of plays like that, and it's the footage of them getting, kind of killed by these fucking people, and it's crazy, man. Like, I'm just gonna talk about one kill that's on there, but the film crew kind of gets kills these animals or something that sets these people off, and man, like one of the ladies has a steak shoved through her from her bottom up through her mouth. And she's left out like that, like on display for everyone to see. Man, it is one of the craziest movies I've ever seen. Now, this isn't a rewatch movie. Like, you watch this movie one time, you're not gonna really want to get back into it. It's a fucked up movie, but it's definitely scary, and it's definitely one that should be up there.
All right. I'm going to have to look that one up so we can talk about it.
Watch it alone. I don't want your fucking wife walking in and you're like, well, Joe told me about this movie.
All right. I'm going to put one on there. Another classic that I just think it has to be on the list. Which is Jaws.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Again, is it horror? I don't know if it's really horror, but it always falls in that category.
It made you scared to go into the ocean?
Yes.
So anything that scares you, I want to throw in there with the horror movies.
Yes. To me, it was more about the people, the sheriff, that whole story that I really liked about, at least the original Jaws,
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, Jaws is on the list. We're going to need a bigger boat.
Oh, damn, we are 20 movies in already.
Yep.
I think we're moving along very, very well, or pretty good. But we're going to start getting into these, I think, movies that are more like our weird picks, I guess.
Yep.
But I want to go right back to the 80s and pick Fright Night.
All right. Another vampire movie, right?
Nope. Another vampire movie. Nope. But I've done my 2 vampire movies already. Number 3 on the list for me is Fright Night. It's up there. It's one of those movies that, as a kid, it got to me.
I like this movie because isn't this where they kind of get the help of a Vincent Price type of guy or Elvira type of person that's on TV, right?
Yes.
He's like this supposed expert.
A horror host, right?
Yeah.
A horror host.
I like that part of it, man.
And like I said, I've always been into those, me and you got into it a lot when we talked about Elvira last year. You guys can go to nowwatchthispod.com and you can look at our old episodes. But we did Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and that horror movie host, man, that aspect. I used to always watch those movies. I still watch the Spengoli stuff that comes out on MeTV. I love this shit, man. Like it's classic, and it's that perfect kind of cheese, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I really dug that movie. I think I saw that at the movie theaters when it came out.
It had a part 2, and I know it had a remake that was. I wouldn't want to say. I'm not gonna say it was bad or nothing like that. There's some different aspects to it, but that 80s original always did it for me.
Man, I want to put another vampire movie, but I think we have a lot.
No, dude.
Well, let's see
your picks of movies, bro.
But let's see where we go. I might put it in there later.
Okay.
Because I want to add this movie, because it's a lot of fun. I want to put the Creepshow movies.
Okay.
I really dig these. I like the little like anthology kind of storytelling. You know, the same thing with like Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, sure.
Tales from the Hood. Remember that?
That one was a good one too.
But I like that these little mini stories. Oh man, there's still a movie. I have to give you the DVD to watch. There's another movie that I used to watch as a kid. Man, I almost want to put it on the list. You know what?
It's your list, bro.
I'm gonna put it on the list, and I know I have the DVD, and I'm gonna let you borrow it. I'll add it next.
Okay.
But
okay, so let's Creepshow. No, the fucking Indian one is one of my favorites. The lake one is one of my favorites. But the in between scenes with the comic book character, and the creep, oh man, I fucking love those, man. So yeah, Creepshow's high on the list.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna stay anthology theme with you, and I'm gonna go with the Twilight Zone, the movie.
Ooh.
This movie, man, man. From the beginning of the movie, the two guys driving, it's Dan Aykroyd and the other guy. You know, they do that one scene together, right? It's like, you want to see something really scary?
Yes.
The John Lithgow, There's Something on the Plane.
Oh man.
The little kid that can think of whatever he wants, stuff like that. You know, he sends his sister into the cartoon world. He takes his mouth off another sister or something like that. That movie fucking tripped me out back in the day.
Man, they say that movie's cursed too, because man, I can't think of the actor's name, but the older gentleman actually died making that movie.
Well, it wasn't just him; it was him, and he had two kids that he was carrying. And this is the thing that fucked up John Landis for a while. Like John Landis, very famously directed American Werewolf in London. He directed the Thriller video. You know, he was one of these up and coming directors, so they tapped him to do this thing. And the thing about it is the scene still exists in the movie. It's just they cut that last part of it out. And what it was is it was a part of the story goes is the guy's a racist, right? So they send him back to Nazi Germany as a Jew. They send him to Vietnam as one of the Viet Cong, and you know, like the Americans see him as this, the Viet Cong see him as this. So wherever he goes, they're gonna see him as the race that they hate. And so, you know, he goes through the whole movie, through the movie like that, or through that, you know, that little scene or whatever. But there's one scene when he's in the Viet Cong where he's supposed to carry two kids across the way, and they've showed it since. Like, it's a fucked up video, man. But it's, you know, they have, it's in a sound stage. They have a helicopter. An explosion goes off near the helicopter, sends that bitch down, and it lands right on top of him carrying the two kids through the river, and they all three got fucking decapitated and died. The guy's name is Vic Morrow.
Yes.
So yeah, man, yeah, that's a sad part of the movie. I think it really takes away from the whole movie, because the movie as a whole should be considered a classic and one of the greats. But yeah, it was one of those things, man, that it fucked with, you know, it fucked with John Landis for a while. It followed that movie for a while, but there was a lot of good stuff that came out of it as well.
Yes, creepy movie. So like I said before, I'm gonna throw this one in there. Another kind of anthology movie, storytelling movie that not many people have seen or heard about. But I want to say this was like one of those where we're talking about, you know, going to Blockbuster on a Saturday night and just kind of looking at the movies.
And this is the movie you find, right?
Dude, this movie, I think you'll like this movie. But this movie has, from the Goonies, Sean Astin. He's like this older brother, and he's telling stories. I think his little brother has some kids spend the night, or they're in the backyard telling stories in the tent or something. But it's called The Willies, and this is like I said, I have the DVD. I'm gonna let you borrow it so you can see it.
This is one that I don't know. I've never seen. I've never heard of. So this is one of the ones that you'll be turning me on to.
Yes. I think you're gonna dig it.
I'll definitely check it out, man.
All right, we're down to our last 8.
I know. And now it's like, do I put this movie up? Do I take this movie down? But you know, I gotta go with this one.
The fun of it is if we don't get it in this year, there's always next year.
Yes. Did anything come out to dethrone our champ? Stuff like that. But let me go with this one, and I'll see what you think about it. Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead.
All right.
This movie was great to me. Like, it was, for me, it was a little bit of the new breed of zombie movie where they made these zombies fast. But man, that scene alone where the baby is fucking born as a zombie, that one got me for a while. I love the whole movie, man. I like Mekhi Phifer in it. Ving Rhames, of course. And then the actress, and then the way it starts off, you know, there's a man on the corner taking names, right? It starts off with Johnny Cash. That shit was great.
Now, are we going to include this like the others and include the Army of the Dead along with this?
But that wasn't on the same thing. Like, I would include Dawn of the Dead with it, like the old 80s Dawn of the Dead.
Okay.
And Day of the Dead with it, maybe. But I don't know if Army of the Dead is in the same universe, is it?
I don't know. Same director, but we'll just...
It is same director, but I don't think same universe.
All right. Just to clarify.
Okay.
Let's see. What do I have left here?
You know what? I'm thinking about it right now. There's some classics still out there.
There is.
So I'm almost certain our list is going to come out, and there's going to be some people with some problems.
Yeah, but that's all right because this is our list.
It's our list. Yeah.
Like I said, we could have gone 64, 128 movies. I don't know, but you know, we'd be talking about this till the new year. I'm gonna go Evil Dead franchise, man.
Okay. Hell yeah. I mean, Sam Raimi.
Give me some sugar, baby.
Sam Raimi starting off. That was the good shit, right?
Yeah. Was it the Necronomicon, whatever the book is called?
Yeah, the book. And it was scary, man. Like, it was fucking scary.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell, classic.
It spawned, 2 sequels and a remake? And they even did a kind of show, right? Like a series,
Ash versus Evil Dead.
So, yeah, that's a classic on a lot of people's lists. All right, my next movie, and I'm going to go with this one being another one of those, I guess, fast zombie movies, is 28 Days Later.
All right.
Have you seen these?
I've seen 28 Days.
Okay.
What's the other one's 28 Weeks, right?
It's 28 weeks, and it picks up right after that. It's just as fucked up, man. Like you know, there's some decisions made that are fucked up. Just everything about it, man. It was a crazy fucking movie.
I know.
Like the fast zombies. I love that one scene where he's just walking across the bridge and London is completely fucking dead, right? Mm-hmm. Like that shit creeped me out, man.
I know Walking Dead. Robert Kirkman got a lot of crap, at least because people thought that he kind of took from this movie a lot. Especially the way it starts. You know, the dude wakes up in a hospital. and everybody's already zombies and stuff. Same way the Rick Grimes kind of wakes up and
yeah. And the world's already turned.
Yeah, but definitely cool movie.
You know what? Next year, we'll get into shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Faux show.
These are our horror faux show.
Next is Twilight. No, I'm playing. No more vampires.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. No more vampires. Unless you want to.
Hey, there might be another one that sneaks up on there. Shit, we only got fucking
5 more.
A few left.
I'm gonna throw this one in there just because, again, I liked it. I like watching this movie as a kid. And it's kind of freaky. Pumpkinhead.
Ooh. I always thought Lance Henriksen made a good fucking zombie guy. Or not a good zombie guy, like a good horror guy.
Yeah, I always liked this movie. I don't know why. Because it was like a curse or something, right? I don't know. It was just cool. And I think there was sequels, but I think they were like not very good. But
ooh, man, we are getting down there. As far as our list goes, I want to talk, and this movie is a classic. But The Shining.
All right.
Is next on my list. The Shining, the fucking scene in the with the old lady, that scene fucked me up forever.
Oh yeah.
The two little girls, shit like that creeps me out, and that to this day gives me the creeps in old buildings or like in hotels, especially when it's late at night. Like, I go out for a smoke and I'm coming back in. I just have the fucking creeps.
Jack Nicholson at his best, I think.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, like that dude is the Joker. You know what I mean?
He is. But I like this. I like the old Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Like Shining, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, that kind of Jack Nicholson. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying like he was a little bit thinner, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he looked like he'd get to fucking place to place and fucking kill you.
Yeah. Like he didn't give a fuck. Probably still doesn't. I
don't know. I liked him in Wolf. Remember he did that movie? I thought he was pretty good in that one.
Man, let's see. I'm going to have to go back to Stephen King.
Okay.
I'm going to go.
You can never go wrong with that.
I'm going to go with Misery because.
Ooh.
That's a good movie.
Yes, sir.
That's another one like that could really happen.
Yes.
Because I'm your biggest fan.
Fuck. Now, I'm going to say this about our list. We didn't put any... Critters is a little bit funny. We didn't put any horror comedy on our list. So, there's going to be people that shit on me and like...
I still got one more.
I know, but I'm not going to throw Monster Squad up there to get it fucking killed. I love Monster Squad.
Is it a... It's all...
I'm going to put Monster Squad up there.
It's all... whatchamacallit? I don't know the word I'm looking for. It's just a matter of opinion.
You think it's too kiddish?
No, it's a matter of opinion.
Because it doesn't necessarily fall under a horror movie.
But this is what's going to make these next coming shows a lot of fun because we're pretty much going to argue, not even argue, just talk about the movies and, which one's better? Which one's more entertaining?
I'm going with Monster Squad.
All right.
Monster Monster Squad. We're the Monster Squad.
It's your Goonies. It's fine.
Hey, I'm just saying, I watched Monster Squad already this year. I have not watched Goonies.
Okay, whatever. Okay, last pick. Drum roll. I wouldn't say this is a serious movie. It's got some comedy-esque feel to it, at least for me. And screw it, we're gonna go another vampire movie.
Yeah.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, okay. We got sweaty pussy, scary pussy, smelly pussy.
Can't go wrong with Cheech.
I mean, I've seen the meme make its rounds lately, but it's like Quentin Tarantino really made a scene in his movie where he gets to suck Salma Hayek's toes. And no one had anything to say about that. So I love that movie, man. Like George Clooney's a badass in it. The thing that kind of fucked with me was the beginning with the brother like killing the was it like a waitress or something that they took hostage?
Yeah, it was the bank teller.
It was just kind of fucked up.
That was.
But the whole movie was fucked up, right? Like,
yeah. But that showed you how much he was kind of messed up in the head.
Yeah. So no, that's a great fucking pick. Dust Till Dawn. I'm proud of our picks here, man. Like, man, I'm good.
There's so much stuff that's like still out there that I wish could have been on. You got any? You want to run through some honorable mentions?
Yeah. That's what I was to tell you. Let's throw some honorable mentions out there, man.
So our list is set. Our list is set already.
Our list is set. This is honorable mentions that we'll talk about, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. I wanted to get it on the list, but I didn't. Interview with the Vampire.
Another vampire movie.
Yeah.
We could probably do like a whole 32 bracket vampire movie.
Yeah, probably, but I was definitely going around the 8 range with the vampires. But yeah, Interview with a Vampire, man. That was I have 3 of my vampire movies on here. That was number 4 for me.
One honorable mention for me was a vampire movie. Not a vampire. A zombie movie. I don't know if you've seen this because it's in Korean. So you got to read this movie. But Train to Busan is one of the best zombie movies I think that's out there.
And that was the thing too. Like when I was thinking about our list, I was like, am I going to mention any of the foreign horror movies? I'm surprised I didn't mention The Ring, because The Ring has that one fucked up scene that scared everybody half to death when that girl starts crawling out of the fucking TV. Yeah, so now I'm starting to think about movies that I missed off my list, but I'm happy with my list. Killer Clowns that we just covered. I love watching Killer Clowns around this time. Is it the scariest movie? No. Once Bitten. While it's not necessarily a scary movie, it deals with horror themes. With the vampire, another one there. I like that one as well. I didn't think we got too much into the creature shit, which like arachnophobia or something like that. That we could have left out there. So I'll throw some honorable mentions that way.
Yeah, so a couple others that were on my list. A Quiet Place. I really like those movies.
Yeah.
Like some of these newer movies. Happy Death Day. Have you ever seen that?
I have not. You threw that at me the other day, and I was like, "The hell is Luck talking about?"
Happy Death Day is kind of it's like a mix between Scream and Groundhog Day. If that makes sense.
Okay. Where like people die. Oh, like you said, they kind of they relive their death every day or something like that, right?
This girl. Well, to sum it up, least I haven't seen the second one, but the first one, this girl, she gets murdered and she wakes up and it's the same day. And so like, kind of like Groundhog Day, every day she's picking up on like what's going to happen and this and that. And it's basically she's trying to find out who's the one that actually kills her. So it's fun.
There was there's another anthology that I was thinking of, a movie that it spawned a sequel as well, but it was called VHS. You ever seen this one?
I haven't.
And it's basically these people break into this house, they find these old VHS tapes, they start going through them, and it's you know, this one horror fucking VHS where it shows different. It's another found footage, but it's a found footage anthology that's pretty good.
All right.
I had another zombie movie that Quarantine came out. You ever see Quarantine?
I didn't.
Quarantine came out, and what did it for me about Quarantine was, well, there was a original in Spanish, and so they remade it in English. Basically, it's these people that get stuck inside an apartment building with the zombie, and the way they get stuck in there is it's a fire hydrant group. They go into this place, you know, someone got called for help. When they call in the zombie thing, they get fucking sorry, I hit the mic. They get quarantined in there. And so now they're stuck in this fucking building with zombies. It's being broadcasted because there's a news crew that's inside there. And it's kind of scary. And the thing that put it over the top for me was I don't know if you've seen World War Z, right?
Yes.
Okay, World War Z came out of a book with an author named Max Brooks. Max Brooks, funny, is Albert Brooks' son.
Huh.
The comedian. But Max Brooks is a writer. He wrote World War Z, but before World War Z, he wrote the Zombie Survival Guide. And the Zombie Survival Guide is what it is, what it sounds like. It's a zombie survival guide. It tells you how to survive, what kind of weapons to use, different thoughts about zombies, different things like, you know, what might be driving them and, you know, what weapons to use against them, stuff like that, what to do if an outbreak occurred. Now, at the end of that zombie survival guide, it has what is probably my favorite literature ever. Is called the Zombie Survival Guide, Recorded Attacks. Now, these recorded attacks go from the first zombie and it until the book is out. And so each attack leads into a different attack, into a different year, and it starts in like fucking 700 AD. Leading up until today. Like, it is crazy. Like, it is, I love reading it. I've read it and reread it. It goes into the 1800s about fucking a guy that's there in the 1800s that's a zombie hunter. And then it leads into Los Angeles, California. That's the last one that leads off on. But there's a quarantine story in there. And I swear to God, like, these people have to have pulled that movie from this quarantine story. It's again, it's all, of course, it's all fake, but it's written as real, and the story is real. So, I highly recommend that, bro. If you could ever get your hands on that, I actually listen to the audio version from time to time, and that's available on YouTube. I think it is.
I was just going to say that. I was like, yeah, reading takes a lot of time. But I'll definitely listen. I'll definitely listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just not
the Zombie Survival Guide, Recorded Attacks.
I wish I was a reader because, like, my wife reads the books all the time. She'll finish a book in like a couple days, and I'm like,
yeah,
what the hell? Like, me when I read, like I'll read a couple pages and then I'm like, okay, what did I just read?
No, man, like I can get into a book and get lost in it, like lost in the world, lost in the story and stuff like that, where I'll fucking lose time and I'll be like, man, I've been reading for like an hour, and just, you know, get into it.
All right, awesome. I got to look out for that. Couple more that I just kind of wanted to throw out there. I can't believe we didn't put It on the list. But
oh my God, right? I thought we were gonna have trouble finding movies. But I think it's the exact opposite. Like we had trouble cutting movies off.
Right, like I said, we could have gone to a bigger bracket, but we'd be talking till next year.
I mean, no Child's Play either.
Oh my God, I was gonna put that too.
Right? Oh. Wanna play?
I can't believe that. That one I'm real disappointed on.
Yeah.
How did we miss that? Some of the like newer series of movies like Conjuring and Insidious.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like those.
on the list, but yeah, I didn't get it on. I know I even talked American Werewolf in London. That's another good one.
We need to hit the Hellraiser movies, which is making a comeback right now.
Phantasm, I imagine, would be on a lot of people's lists.
Yep.
Children
of the Corn.
Fuck. We didn't. Oh my God. How do we? Oh my God. We might have to make another list. Oh fuck, dude. I was just thinking of one. It slipped when you said Children of the Corn. It fucked me. All right, let's keep talking. Children of the Corn, bro. We suck.
There's one. I really wanted to put it on the list, but I know not. It's another one of those that not a lot of people seen, but I love this movie. It's got the dude from Jurassic Park, Sam Neill. Yeah. It's called In the Mouth of Madness. I don't know if you've seen this.
That's a straight devil movie. Like he's dealing with the devil or something like that, right?
Because it kind of follows like there's a Stephen King type writer, and like he just stumbles upon this town that's like in this guy's books, and it's like everything in the books is real, and it's weird. It's awesome though.
Another that we left off the list, The Thing. That's on a lot of people's lists. I know. I know there's like you talked about last time. There's a lot of people consider Aliens kind of horror or horror thing. Right? Yeah. You know, I know we left those off the list. Yeah. To me.
Like some people even think
I agree with that.
The movie 2001 is horror-esque.
Yeah. And again, there's a scary aspect to it, but is it true, horror? I'm not sure.
Yeah. There's a lot of movies that ride that line, but I think our list is good, though. I mean, I think it's a good mix.
People are gonna shit on us for leaving fucking Children of the Corn off,
but it has some movies. There's a couple movies that maybe not a lot of people have seen. Maybe it'll open their eyes to those.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. One more we left off. Fuck. 2. Night of the Demons.
I don't know if I saw that.
No. Where the fucking demons are fucking floating down the aisleway. We left Pet Sematary off.
Pet Sematary.
Damn it.
The Final Destination movies.
Okay, those are scary. Yes, those are scary. I don't like them at all. A newer movie, Midsummer. Have you seen that?
No. Candyman?
And then, no, Candyman, definitely. I didn't see the remake though.
Jeepers Creepers.
Ooh. My, those peepers. Where'd you get those eyes? Then we left Damien the Omen off the list. Which, I think maybe there's scary scenes in that, you know. But I like our list, man. I'm good with our list. You want to kind of run down our list again, or?
Yeah, so we'll go down the list. No particular order. Do you have them in order? Did we do them?
I have your draft and my draft in order.
Yeah, so we're gonna figure out how to put these into brackets to make it kind of fair or equal, so we can have equal talking points on these. But so, or just go down what you picked and then I picked, and we'll just go down.
Okay. I started off with The Exorcist.
All right.
Luck went with Poltergeist there. Okay, I came in next with Halloween. Luck, you went with Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, and then we went into the Romero classic, Night of the Living Dead. You with another classic up there, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Me with what I consider a classic, but you've never seen before, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Okay, and then Luck, you went with
you went
Friday the 13th. Yeah, you went Friday the 13th on that. All right, you want to pick it up from there?
All right, and you went with the Silver Bullet, Werewolf movie. Christine, again one of my favorites.
Stephen King classic.
We went to the Lost Boys, another vampire. There's a lot of vampires on the list, but that's all right. And then we got Scream movies. The Birds.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yes, sir. Saw
movies.
Which many people consider classic.
And you got Paranormal Activity and the Blair Witch.
Which Luck hasn't seen, and you need to watch at least fucking one, bro.
Then the Blair Witch. That's the first time.
Hey, you know there's a Paranormal Activity that's an 80s movie, right?
I don't know.
Like part 2 is a part 2. It's a sequel. Part 3 is a prequel. So maybe that one will float your boat a little bit more.
Maybe. And then I did Blair Witch, and you went with Critters.
Yes.
Or Critters 2, because you always talk about Critters 2.
The Hungry Heifer.
Then I said
you
Carrie.
went with Carrie. Yes, the John Travolta classic. For all you Travoltites out there.
Then you're
going with Cannibal Holocaust, which, I mean, research it. It's fucked up. And then the movie that kept us all out of the ocean. The scariest part about Jaws was you didn't see Jaws for a long time.
Right.
But you knew that motherfucker was coming. Then we went with Fright Night.
Another vampire movie.
Another vampire. Let's scare the vampires, I think. The classic anthology Creep Show, which knocked it out of part 1 and 2. I know there's a series now made of it. I haven't watched too much of that. But Creep Show 1, Creep Show 2, fuck some shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Then Twilight Zone.
Man.
And then you brought The Willies.
Yes.
Which is about guys touching their willies. So be careful when you watch that one, watchers.
Then you went with Dawn of the
Dead. Yeah. And again, that brought a new era to the zombie movies. Evil Dead, as a franchise, as a whole, one of the best and one of the most classic franchises you can get into. Stage Zombie on my end with 28 Days Later. And then you went with one of yours that maybe I'm sure people have watched, but you know, I don't know if it's making anyone's list anytime. But Pumpkinhead, which I always thought was great.
Yeah.
That's a fucked up movie too.
Got to mix it up.
I went back classic with The Shining. Because I started thinking about what are the greats that I don't have on this list. And, you know, it's fucking Kubrick's The Shining. It's one of the scariest fucking movies that you've seen redone a lot, right? Like, or mimicked, homage to,
it's been referenced in a lot of things. Lots.
Yes.
The movie that I think really launched Kathy Bates' career is Misery.
Yeah. And again, another Stephen King movie out there, you know, that really fucking scared everybody, man. Like, and then it brought up these Psycho fans that again, like you said, this could really happen.
Mm-hmm.
And again, no horror movie of mine or horror movie list of mine or any kind of Halloween list, anything like that is going to be remiss. Take away the kid aspect to this movie, like the Goonies stuff. The fucking monsters are pretty scary. The Dracula is fucking classic and great. The Wolfman is one of the best Wolfman I've seen on screen.
Uncle Rico.
Yeah, he can't throw a ball over a fucking mountain. You know, it's got The Creature. It's got Frankenstein. It's a classic movie for me, and it brought together all my favorite Universal Studio monsters. So, Monster Squad.
And to finish it off, classic for me, I think, just because I like Tarantino, even though it wasn't a Tarantino movie. A lot of people think it was a Tarantino movie. It's not.
Who directed it?
I think it was Robert Rodriguez.
I think it was Tarantino, bro.
He didn't direct it. Look it up.
Are you sure? He wrote it?
No, I think he was just in it.
Bro, no. He fucking directed it. No, don't go nowhere, watchers. We're going to find this out now.
We're going to fact check right now.
We're fucking fact checking. He had to have written it, right?
Director Robert Rodriguez.
No way.
Told you. Robert Rodriguez, native Texan, by the way.
Yeah. Well, Tarantino wrote it. Yeah. It's written by Robert Rodriguez.
Screenplay by Tarantino.
Yeah. Anyways,
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Anyone that writes them getting to suck Salma Hayek's toe, that's a smart guy to me.
This was at the height of Clooney's popularity, I think.
Yeah. This is when he was doing Batman.
He finally shook off that Booker role from Roseanne.
Well, and here's the thing: you had Savini in there, Fred Williamson. It had Juliette Lewis. But again, my favorite, now I say it time and time again, Cheech Marine, man. His little part in there, and then started his run with Rodriguez. Machete, fucking what's his name in fucking Bombay Honor? Jeronimo.
Which that movie's coming, don't worry.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I hate to get so wrapped up into it, but I really do. Like during the September, October months, I try to stay Halloween. November 1st is, I'll go with like The Nightmare Before Christmas, and then I'll go with Gremlins, and I start getting into that. I get into the Christmas fucking music, so let's go.
This was fun. This was a fun one.
Yeah, man. I
kind of want to do this more.
To fucking pick your brain and talk shit with you.
I kind of want to do this more.
Yeah.
Maybe we do this in the future with other genres.
Yeah. And, you know, again, I know we wanted to do it last year. We didn't get to. I'm glad we got to it, and we're gonna do it again. It's these kind of shows. You know, you get excited for it. You get to talk. We get to talk a lot about different stuff. You know, when we do one movie, we're concentrated basically on that movie. But for us to be able to bounce around, and again, this is us. This is our list. This is stuff that we like, that we want to, you know, put out there for others, right?
Yes, sir. So looking forward in the coming weeks. Like I said, we're going to break this down into 4 different groups. We'll probably put out the whole list broken up.
Yeah.
And then we'll put up one group at a time, get your guys' feedback, and see who we can bring on to help us decide who wins each bracket.
Yeah. I'm sure, you know, we'll have some interest from Chuck and other people, but you know, maybe we can get, you know, some of the more horror fans out there to give us their take, man. Like, you know, because I know we have a friend out there, Roxanne, who's been on Just Another Friday Night numerous times. She's been on Jerry D's podcast as well. She loves to talk horror. Chuck's sister, Amy, loves to talk horror. So, you know, if we can get some people to get in with us, you know, it'd be great, man.
Yes, sir. Because, like, I know I can admit it. I'm into a lot of things, but I'm not an expert on anything, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So, if you are really into horror, we'd love to have you on. Love to have your opinion on our list. And help us decide.
Right.
And help us decide who's going to be number 1
on our list.
But with that being said, I guess that's going to be it for this one.
Yeah, man.
So we had
how long did we go? 2 hours?
Almost. But we changed up our theme for this spooky season. But for this one, we'll go out with the fun one. So always remember. Keep watching.
Keep listening. Down. Welcome to the Tunnel of Terror. Ha ha ha. What's up, man? How was your week? Were you on nights all week?
Yeah, I was on nights.
Did you miss the game Friday?
Yeah, but they played in Austin, so yeah, I don't want to go.
Yeah. Like, there's a game in Del Rio coming up, and I'm like, I really don't want to go to that. Dude. If my son was playing, of course I'd go, but he's not playing, so.
Dude, there's a game. Forget when it is. They're going to Odessa.
Ooh.
I was like, yeah, I'm not going to that one. It's a Saturday game.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm still not going.
Trip out of
it's like 6 hours.
Make a little trip out of it, man. It'd be cool.
It was like 6 hours.
Nah, you're gonna go.
6 hours each way.
That's a ride.
I tried putting in the Monster Squad song. I couldn't do it, man.
Why? Monster Squad. Monster Squad.
I don't know. It didn't sound right, but I put a little. I put a little Monster Squad in for you here.
Okay, what about you know, at the end of our show, play the Monster Squad theme. Like at the beginning of our show, we have the intro, and the exit show, we're like, doom, 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 doom. Oh, don't record that.